Hey there, welcome to the Aligned Businesswoman podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa Miller, business strategist, mindset coach, and mom who refuses to believe you have to choose between scaling your business and having a life you love. If you've done the vision boards, downloaded the freebies, and still find yourself hustling harder than you want to admit, this show is for you. Each week, I share practical strategies mixed with subconscious rewiring and feminine energetics so you can attract clients, stabilize revenue, and grow your business in a way that actually feels good. Because you deserve consistent income and a life outside your laptop. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of the Aligned Businesswoman podcast. Vanessa Miller here. Today, I want to take you behind the scenes of a client who completely transformed her business inside my Profitable CEO Accelerator mastermind. But before I dive into that, I want to give you a little personal update. So for quite some time, I would say since about 2018, 2019, I have been wanting to write a book. And I kept delaying and delaying. And finally, I decided I'm just going to at least start writing out and brainstorming my ideas for this book and allow them to come together. Well, one of my friends who is local here in Houston, she is a ghostwriter. She is having an event coming up in October. So I don't know, it depends on when you're listening to this, where she's going to help you complete your book. Now, maybe she'll help me complete my book. I don't know because I literally just started and the event is about 3 weeks out. But I'm starting to make the forward motion and I'm so happy about that. She had us do some journal prompts about why hadn't we started it sooner. And I was honest. I don't think that the story was done telling itself until now. So make sure that you are on my email list so that you can be the first to know. Hey, are you thinking about launching a podcast or taking yours to the next level? Juliana Barbati and her team are the experts you need. They take care of everything from episode funnel design to production and marketing, so you can focus on creating content that connects. Check out julianabarbati.com and mention I sent you. All right, let's dive into today's episode. I want to talk about one of my clients and share how she was able to shift into a true CEO energy. She went from being a solopreneur to now having a small team of 5 in less than a year. I'm so proud of her. She even told me last year that she was able to travel more and still earn more. So that is really exciting because I know that one of her values is her family and spending time with them and creating memories. And so the fact that I was able to support her in that makes me so happy. So let's dive into her story now. So when Christian came to work with me, she wasn't struggling to sign clients. She is actually a natural salesperson, but she was struggling with the weight of it all. She started to realize like, holy crap, this is a legit business and I've been treating it like a hobby. That tends to be a trend with my clients is that they started a business because of pure passion and they enjoyed it. And then it was more like a hobby until they started making money and they're like, oh my gosh, I can make legit money from this. So how do I scale? When she first came to work with me, she was saying yes to everything, drowning in details and feeling like one skipped week would send her whole business crashing down. And I think that was another reason why she was going all in, but I think subconsciously she was holding herself back in some areas. Maybe a fear of disappointment. Maybe it was a fear that she was going to take away from her family, which I feel like a lot of women experience that struggle. It's that resistance, the conflict the inner conflict that happens in our minds and our thoughts. And that's exactly why so many women get stuck. They don't need more hustle. They just need a framework that blends mindset, energetics, and strategy. Specifically, what I helped her do was getting those two conflicting parts on board with each other. Now, that is not strategy a business coach can teach. That is where I bring in my mindset coaching and my NLP certification. And that's when everything really changed for her. I literally could see it. It was like so evident on how things changed for her. First, it was a slow progression. And then when we brought these conflicting parts together, it was a massive change. It seemed like it was almost overnight. So before joining me inside the Profitable CEO Accelerator, which by the way, she's almost completed her second year with me. And so that tells you a lot about this container is that when people come, they join and then they want to stay because they're getting results and they're not outgrowing the space because I am growing as well. So we're all growing together. After Christian joined me, she was telling me how much she really enjoyed being in a community with other women growing their businesses. She loved the mastermind feel, but then she also loved the one-to-one coaching that she was able to receive from me because she gets monthly strategy calls as well as monthly breakthrough sessions. So we are working through any kind of limiting beliefs or limiting decisions that might pop up. And she also loved the fact that every single week, she's getting accountability and she has access to me. She has that guidance from me. She didn't want another cookie cutter coach. She wanted someone that was going to hold her accountable. And then she loves the fact that we meet once a month here in the local area. So she was able to experience that energy in person. Before joining me, Christian told me that she was traveling often, but every time she came back, she felt like she had to restart her business from scratch. Versus now, she just steps into the flow because one, she has a team that helps her, but two, she already knows what she's doing. She already knows the activities that are going to help her get her next client. Emotionally, she was very capable and she still is. She is such an action taker. I swear she has been such a delight to work with because when I give her the strategy, we work through it together. It just doesn't sit there. She puts action behind it. Now she definitely feels supported and she feels like she doesn't just have a cheerleader, but she has a guide, someone that's walking the walk with her and that she can go to whenever tough situations arise and she doesn't know how to approach it because she is definitely growing into that CEO leader that's leading a team. Now, many of my clients come to me with the same beliefs. We all carry similar beliefs that success means doing it all alone, but more specifically, not asking for help. That asking for help makes you seem weak or incapable. And she even told me when she came to work with me that she thought this was too woo-woo stuff. And she realized how practical the things that I teach inside the Profitable CEO Accelerator really are. And many women think that the more growth you have, it means that you're going to have to be responsible for more people or people are going to ask you for more things and you're going to feel a lot more overwhelmed. But when you map out your energetic alignment strategy, which is something that we do inside the Profitable CEO Accelerator, you become a woman who has these boundaries and things that she won't tolerate, that this doesn't even become an issue. You create this energetic boundary that sends a subconscious message out there that people will not mess with you. As long as you keep believing that success means doing it all, or that asking for help is a sign of weakness, or that woo stuff isn't practical, or even that growth automatically means that you're going to be more responsible for other people and it's going to lead to more overwhelm, that is going to keep you in the feast or famine cycle. The turning point for Christian was realizing she didn't have to choose between structure and intuition, that she didn't have to choose between traveling with her family and making memories and making money in her business. Inside the Profitable CEO Accelerator, she learned how to blend both. So one of the first things that I told her to do is that if you're going to grow a team and you want to have this agency in the future, right now is when you want to start being organized and have the tactical systems to support you. So she started doing some standard operating procedures. She used the tracking tools that I gave her and the checklist. She came to me when she needed support. And now she's able to create another stream of income just from the standard operating procedures that she's been creating over the past year. She also learned how to blend energetics like human design and mindset with her unique rhythms. She implemented the balanced workweek method so that she gives herself some goddess time, whether that is a Friday where she likes to go to church or in the mornings where she likes to go for a walk and completely disconnect. That combination gave her permission to stop forcing herself into a model that drained her and start building a business that actually worked for her. I don't have her recent number updates, but I remember her telling me after the first year working with each other that she doubled her income. And then the last time I heard, she was making in a quarter what she had made in one entire year before working with me. So I know that you're probably listening and asking, okay, what exactly did Christian do? What did you help her do? And I'm going to tell you right now, this CEO mindset and energetics framework that I walked her through. This is what I call an energetic alignment strategy. This is a portion of it blended with the business strategy part. So you might be wondering, okay, so what did Christian do? And tell me all the things so that I can start taking action now. Here's what Christian experienced by applying my CEO mindset and energetics framework, which I call the energetic alignment strategy that you pair with your business strategy. The first thing that she was able to experience was the accountability and the community. Inside the Profitable CEO Accelerator, she finally had a circle of women to grow with, so she no longer felt alone. I don't know about you, but I thrive off of community. It's just something about being in the energy of other women that are building their businesses that give me inspiration and motivation when I feel like I can't push through. The next thing that she experienced was having a strategic structure. We created automations, SOPs, and a rhythm that allowed her to travel without restarting her business every time she got home. During the month of September, a lot of her family has birthdays, so she calls it Birthday Palooza. Now we know, because of the systems and the things that I taught her, is that every year this is going to be the same thing that happens, right? So let's start planning for it ahead of time. And now this becomes part of her business and personal rhythm. Because she knows this ahead of time, then she can start planning for it. So she can start planning her launches and even when she has client slots to be able to onboard her clients. The next thing is energy alignment. She began honoring her rhythms and intuition using tools like the Goddess Day and the CEO Power Planning, which we do every single month in person here in Houston, Texas. This helped her protect her energy, but it also gave her a way to do a little self-check for that inner talk that sometimes wants to talk us out of things or wants to embellish a conversation or that wants us to second guess things. So this energetic alignment strategy really helped her bring in the practical and the intuitive tools. And the next thing is that she had a complete identity shift. She stopped seeing her business as a side hustle and began seeing herself as a legacy builder. She started to realize how impactful her business is in the community and in the lives of her employees and contractors. This has resulted in her having her best revenue quarters and even having a system planned out for the upcoming months so that she knows when she's going to be welcoming up new clients, but then it also helps her create more predictability in her revenue. She knows that when she has predictable behaviors and activities within her business, then she is in control of that predictable revenue. Right now, I know that she's traveling even more because she's even said, she told herself, I'm creating this business for the freedom and for the ability to be flexible and travel when I want, to be able to spend time with my family. So now I want you to picture this for your life and your business. Imagine being able to travel and unplug and still have revenue flowing in, or feeling supported, not isolated, like you belong to a community of women rising together. And you finally see your business as the legacy it was always meant to be. That's the power of stepping into the CEO energy with the right framework and in the right community. If Christian's story resonates with you, it's time to take your next step. I'm accepting applications for the Profitable CEO Accelerator. I'll show you exactly what framework she used to work less, attract more clients, and grow sustainably. So head over to the show notes to apply for your spot. And I'll catch you on the next episode of the Aligned Businesswoman podcast. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Aligned Businesswoman podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa Ann Miller, and I'm so excited to share some goodies with you. Head over to the show notes so you can grab your free gift and make sure to leave a review and join me inside the Aligned Businesswoman Facebook group. Until next week, bye-bye, my love. Loving these podcasts? Want to take things deeper? Did you know I was able to grow my business by 3,000% in less than 1 year? By strategically setting up my business and my schedule for success. Check out my free download, How to Write an Energetically Aligned Business Plan, where I take you through the routines and rituals that set me up for success. you'll be able to discover what has helped my clients double their revenue in 90 days and what helped me grow my business by 3,000% in less than 1 year. Visit vanessaandmiller.com/CEO-day.